Aimah, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. Maybe you could give me a quick introduction as to your relationship with work in fintech before we jump in.
Of course, yeah. So my name's Aimah. I recently attended the Work in Fintech event in January. So I found it, really, really great. I ended up, participating in a hackathon and we ended up winning the hackathon, which was really, really life changing and great experience.
Wow, brilliant. It's great to hear that that was the first time you attended work in fintech and you won and are going to have experience from that. That's great. How would you say work in fintech has changed your career trajectory or opened any doors you never expected?
Of course, yeah. So Work in Fintech was really impactful. So to begin with, I was able to connect with industry professionals that I didn't think I would have the opportunity to connect with. And some of these industry professionals have, gone on to be my mentors or given me internship opportunities, which is something that I've never been able to get from events like these. As well as this, the hackathon was amazing. And, just to give you a little bit of a rundown on what we did, we had to create, a financial wellness app for individuals using no-code AI tools and pitch this to a panel list of, industry professionals, startup founders,
Wow.
and we ended up winning this competition. So this led us to going to Athens in Greece to actually present this prototype on a stage with quite a lot of people, in the audience. And again, this was a great experience again because we got to connect with loads of industry professionals globally, and it was a great experience, really impactful.
That's not an easy thing to do. Stand up in front of panelists or a big group of people and present your idea. That's very impressive. Is that something that you think work in fintech helped you prepare for? Do you think you learnt skills through that were helpful?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like one of the biggest things that differentiates work in fintech to any other events that I've been to is the practical skills that you actually gain. You can't gain these practical skills at school. And, again, just to give you a bit of a breakdown, I had to use, no code AI tools to help build this app with my team. And the skills that we were able to develop, you couldn't really develop anywhere else. It gave me, exposure to using these tools, but also, it increased my skills, like such as presentation skills as well. Having to, go on stage and present to hundreds of people, something that I hadn't really done before. So it was really practical and again, lots of hands-on experience.
That's really great to hear that you've gained so much from participating in the hackathon. I guess that leads brilliantly into my next question, which is whether you learned anything from work in fintech or gained skills from work in fintech that you wouldn't have learned through university or by yourself. Are there any things that really came out of work in fintech?
Yeah, so work in fintech was really impactful and allowed me to gain lots of hands-on experience. So I would say one of the biggest skills that I learned was definitely my sales and pitching skills, and also my ability to, actually act quickly and build a prototype, which is something that I've never done before. I thought that was something that only computer scientists could do, but I, gained exposure to the world of no code AI, and especially given the current, climate that we're in where loads of AI tools are spawning from nowhere. It's really good to, stay ahead and really understand what these tools are doing and how to, actually utilize them effectively. And that's what work in fintech gave me the experience to do. I was able to use tools such as Glide, Bubble, Figma, and that was great. I also got to listen to, how to, a talk on how to pitch properly, which is again, skills that you just can't learn in school. And yeah, it's really impactful and something that I can take wherever I go now.
That's great. If you're able to gain transferable skills from these events, that's exactly what we want. So that's fantastic. It's really great to hear that. In terms of networking, were there any people there that you met that you would never have met otherwise?
Yeah, so as I said, it was a great experience, able to meet loads of industry professionals. I was able to meet, startup founders. I was able to meet product managers from, global companies such as, Monzo. Was able to meet, people that were working in AI, and people at Rhymes, for example, working head of AI there. So we were able to meet a wide variety of individuals, and that's something that I really, really enjoyed, and something that was really helpful, because as someone from a, business economics background,
Mm.
when you enter the world of tech, you start hearing about AI, you immediately count yourself out, as you believe that, it's only for computer scientists or engineers. However, I was able to learn about several different, teams within tech that, are really accessible to non-technical people. And it was so vast, and, the type of people that we met came from loads of different, different experiences. So, for example, before, the Working Fintech event, I didn't know much about fintech. Everyone's heard of Monzo and Revolut, but that was as far as it goes. I didn't realize how deep and varied the world of fintech is. And it stems from, embedded finance to Web3 to payments.
Yeah.
So being able to learn about those different industries again was something that I really enjoyed.
Wow. That's brilliant. The idea behind work in fintech really is to give students opportunities that they haven't been given really through university or through other means. So to hear your experience is really great. It's a great testimony to what work in fintech does. Is work in fintech something you would recommend to friends? And if it is, what would you tell them?
Yeah, it is, and something that I have been actively doing. So yeah, working fintech is really suitable for anyone, even if you're not necessarily interested in tech or finance or fintech. You can go there and leave with a fresh perspective. You're able to meet so many different people. For example, in my team, there are people from Ireland, people from, China. So the amount of people you can meet is truly amazing. And it's really important to be able to, surround yourself with diverse individuals, so can gain their diverse perspectives and learn to work with different people in the team, as well as that, the industry professionals that we were able to network with and meet was, really, really exciting. Not only were they, really helpful, but they truly cared, and they truly paid attention. They truly listened to the questions that we had. And as I said, some of them actually played, mentorship roles, offered internships. So I truly recommend the experience to anyone, really, any young student.
That's great to hear. It's nice to know that it had such a big impact on you, but that's being spread to other people through you as well. So that's lovely. If you could sum up work in fintech in one sentence or a couple of sentences, what would you say?
That's a good question. So I would sum it up as a rare and unique opportunity for, ambitious young people to learn, to connect, and to gain hands-on experience.
That's fantastic. People have struggled with that one. To summarize it in one sentence is tough, but it's tough, yeah. Really brilliant. And then in terms of what you sort of considered as a career before, did you ever think that a career in tech or finance or fintech was possible for you before these events? Yeah, so given my economics background, finance was an option. However, the tech side of things, I had no exposure to before. As I said, I thought I would just leave that to the computer scientists, leave that to the engineers. It's not for me. Didn't think there was a place within fintech or tech for me. But after attending the work in fintech events, my mind's completely changed. Not only did I gain exposure to the fintech side of things, but we also gained exposure to the world of AI, the world of startups as well. And that's something that I, found a real interest in, especially the world of AI. So after that event, it's completely changed my, my career trajectories. Is really informative. So I would suggest, anyone who's, maybe not really got a career, plan, glued on. It's a great experience to go through, because, you could leave with a fresh perspective. So, yeah. Wow, fantastic. If you're interested in AI, our next event is going to be heavily based on AI, and that will be coming out shortly. So if you're looking for another event, there'll be one soon.
I'll be there.
And my final question, you've already touched on it a bit, but maybe there are other things that you can think of as well. And it's what makes work in fintech different from other events. So you've talked about the practical aspect. Is there anything else that jumps to mind that makes work in fintech different?
Yeah. So as I said, work in fintech was truly truly impactful. So what really differentiates, work in fintech to other events that I've been to is, first of all, it's not just listening, but it's also very active. People are encouraged to, participate in discussions. The panel's quite open. And as I said, the people that Matthew manages to get in are truly extraordinary. Stems from, startup founders to product managers. And again, these people are really open to actually providing support, not just on the actual day, but, after the event as well. You can, stay in contact with them, which again is something that is really different to past events I've been to. They actually truly care about, youth and supporting youth and talent. As well as that, what I would say really stood out is the practical and hands-on experience that work in fintech provides. No event has, offered the unique combination of hands-on experience, but being able to actually, learn from industry professionals and meet all these lovely people that are willing to help and support you. It's usually one or the other. So as I said, the tools that I was able to learn, like, the no-code AI tools, and also the unique experiences that I gained as a result of, winning the hackathon as well, such as going to Athens, the internships and mentorship is something that I've never seen at events never seen in any event, to be honest. So working fintech definitely is one of the best events that I've ever been to.
Wow, that's a great way, I think, to explain what work in fintech does. So thank you, Aimah. That's brilliant.